Principles of Sports Nutrition.
I read a great quote the other day, and it went something like this: the world is a book, and not to travel is like reading only one page. And so one of the reasons that I love to travel is that I love to learn. And I love to learn about health and wellness by studying the people in the regions of the world where I travel. I like to work with them. I like to eat with them. I like to talk to them about their culture and their religion and their beliefs. And I don't mean from a five-star hotel. I mean, I like to live with the people where the people live, the local people. I like to get into their lifestyle from the bottom up. And I believe that this offers a tremendous insight into health and wellness when you're truly looking for it and wanting to learn with an open mind, without prejudice or bias. Now, let me give you an example. The first time I went to Japan, I was curious about how these people are so long-lived. What was it about them that was so different? I mean, they have a huge population in a tiny, remote area of the world. It's overcrowded. There's incredible levels of stress. They work on average 6 to 7 days a week. They're very industrious. There's a lot of industrial waste, and there's a lot of automotive waste. So how is it possible that they are outliving everybody on the planet? And then I learned, of course, by attending a sumo wrestling event. Now, they had just opened up sumo wrestling to the public, so this was very fortunate timing for me. And I went to an arena where they had a sumo wrestling event, and I sat there as a spectator, and I was thinking that I might want a snack. And like at home in Canada or in America, we serve all kinds of junk for snacks. We have sugary snacks, we have candy floss, we have popcorn and peanuts that are roasted and salted. We have ice cream, we have hot dogs, one of the worst things you can eat, by the way. We have hamburgers and chips. Now, the snacks that they were serving at this sumo wrestling event were dried squid and dried fish. And yes, there was maybe too much sodium, but I didn't see any sweets of any kind. And I was thinking, if these are the snacks these people are eating, I really get it. Because as I walked around, I saw their elderly with full heads of hair. I saw very little baldness. And I saw a stature within the population that was relatively lean. I did not see any obesity. And on the bullet train, the Shinkansen from Tokyo to Hiroshima, they were serving boxed lunches with fish, small portion of white rice, and no salad, but they had vegetables that were dry. And of course, if you've gone out for Japanese, you know that their portions are not particularly gigantic. They don't pride themselves on serving huge amounts of food. They eat small portions of highly nutritious food, loaded with essential fats and elements from the sea, and they eat a lot of seafood, traditionally. Now, keeping this all in mind, we have to look at the changes that have gone on. And when we look at the sons and daughters of the Japanese who eat traditionally in Japan, and they move to Hawaii, they start consuming hot dogs, hamburgers, they go to McDonald's, they eat the refined food, they eat the junk, and guess what? They no longer have those same longevity records. Their genes are the same, but how they are living is what's changing. And that proves the point that we are more than just our genes. We are how our genes are expressed, and how our genes are expressed is relative to our lifestyle and our environment, which includes nutrition, air, water, and the training, the impact of exercise. And so one of the things that I've learned about studying traditional native diets and living and working with traditional people is that they do almost everything by necessity, and we don't. We have the option, and therefore we choose sometimes not to do what's right, whereas in indigenous native people, where they have no option. They have to do the work. They have to carry the water. They have to go to the well. They have to hunt the game. They have to do the manual work that's required, because if they don't do that, they don't eat. And that's another option that we have.